I'm here with Joel Milloway for National Stall. He's number 2 right now.
Stabilized. Watching these flags, you can see that as Justin started his roll, there was basically nothing.
Whoa!
And Joel was off the ground.
All right.
Before the
50 feet.
In first place with a combined score of 124 feet, Joel Milloway.
Lucky for me, he actually taught me how to fly. So he's one hell of a pilot. We are here to talk about the E-prop. I came about the E-prop a while ago and it looked funny, it was skinny, it didn't look right, but being the lightest prop in the world intrigued me, so I ended up buying one. And Joel was getting ready to go do a stole competition over in Pinedale, and I said, you know, you should try my prop just to see how it performs. And we did a test and we weighed them all and we actually flew a bunch of them. Today we're going to test out 4 different props. Joel is going to be doing a stole competition. He kind of wanted to test out my new E-prop. Wow, and it's balanced already. It literally doesn't weigh anything. That is beautiful. Whew. And I said, well, let's test them all out and see which one's the best one. He just got this Kato prop. We got a Luga prop, an E-prop, and then a warp drive. And we're gonna test them all out, see which ones are good in all their different varieties. So that's warp drive.
Mostly cruise, but it does pretty good all around.
All around.
Yeah.
10 pounds exactly. All right, Luga prop, 10 pounds. 72 inch, 9 pounds, 11 ounces, 11.4. 8 pounds, 15 ounces, 0.2. The one we've all been waiting for, the E-prop. This one already has the bolts in it, and it has this back plate spinner and the spacer. It says everything. 5 pounds, 14 ounces, 14.6. So that's half the weight of the other ones, and it has all the hardware to mount this to the actual hub. Kato. 82 inch Kato prop. So far I think it's the quietest. We're gonna find out. All right, next up we're gonna do the Luga prop. This is the prop that Steve Henry uses, so I actually think it might do fairly well. All right, scratch that. We're warp drive next. The Luga prop, we have to switch the blades. The other thing that makes this test hard is the density altitude is constantly changing. Luckily, we really don't have much wind today, so that's not much of a factor. But so Joel's really just kind of going off feel. All right, this is prop number 2, warp drive. 72 inch taper tip. It beat the Kato by 20 feet. That's impressive. I didn't think it was gonna do that. Huh. The warp drive actually beat the Kato, from what I could tell. So, interesting. I will say the warp drive is louder than the Kato though. All right, now we're gonna do the E-prop. Is this thing not a thing of beauty? Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, it's a work of art.
Everything integrated right into it. These things, all you got to do is tighten those because the actual screws set inside. It's pretty
nice.
Pretty nice.
It's got counterweights in it already. It's been balanced.
Oh, it has. Wow.
So, I mean, that's pretty impressive.
I mean, if you think about it, if the whole thing's been balanced already,
dynamically balanced,
then you save that much money by not getting it dynamically balanced when you put it on your airplane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We're chasing our tail. First one, we're not pitched enough. Second one, we're pitched way too much. Third time is hopefully the charm. Phew! Gave me the thumbs up. She sounded good. Tailwind. Yeah, so this test probably isn't the best as far as testing the props, just because we're so late in getting this one pitched, and our density altitude has gone up over 1,000 feet. So it'll be kind of more what Joel thinks, how it feels, and yeah, we got the first mark from the Cato prop down here. So. All right, right there. So that'll give us some sort of indication. Chinales! Woo! Well, he beat the Cato. We really don't have that much of a headwind too. Maybe 5 miles an hour. This might be pretty good. Look at that, that's the Cato. That's a good 20-foot shorter distance with the E-prop. This could be pretty good. He's climbing good too. It'll be interesting to see what he says. Super quiet. Super quiet. Yeah. 6,000. He said he had 6,000 on takeoff. That's what we want. I might have to let him borrow this for the Stoll competition. That's what I'm talking about. He just beat it another 20 feet. Oh, he's stoked. He's fired up. He's probably gonna order one of these. Not only did takeoff roll go down by quite a bit, apparently cruise speed goes up with this prop, which I will, and he's climbing, man. He's loving it, which I will attest to. When I had the warp drive, which is a skinnier profile, and I actually broke it. That's a major story. I will tell that story one of these days. And I went to the Luga. Luga's a lot wider, fatter profile, and it dropped my cruise by 20 miles an hour from the warp drive. Now this is even skinnier than the warp drive, so your cruise goes up, and everybody that buys this prop says their cruise goes up, I think like 10 miles an hour. So I totally believe it. This could be, and your weight of the prop goes down. So you save 5 pounds off the nose, which is huge. I'm stoked. This could be the prop, E-prop. Phew! Oh! I hope he lets me fly it. I think he might. Come on, baby. Come on. Woo! What I'm talking about. He just beat it again. Yeah, buddy. Dude, I'm so stoked on this prop. Ooh, save 6 pounds. That's like huge. And then your performance numbers go up, both on takeoff and cruise. You can't beat it. And the price for it actually is not that bad. So cool. We're here to finish the test. He's going to go ahead and take off with this prop in these conditions, and then right away we're going to put this one on, like we said. But we did want to talk about all the upgrades and his airplane real fast on what he's done to it to make it basically as good as it is, because it's almost a stock S7, but not really, I guess. So what all have you done?
Well, first of all, yeah, I got the Roberts Bush gear. I put that on probably the first thing I did. Got rid of the stock gear and got that gear. That was a game changer. Solid gear. I mean, you can pound it in hard. I mean, there's nothing going to go wrong there.
A little thing on the Roberts gear. I've seen a plane pancake in, and the gear is usable again. So
it's a simple but light suspension system there. Works really well. The other thing I've done was added wing tips, longer wing tips on my wings, leading edge cuff, I got a header tank in the back, bigger baggage area. And the latest mod that I've done was install the Lost River Components flap handle. It's an overhead flap handle here, and it actually gives you 10 degrees more flaps, full down flaps, so I can get a little bit slower and come in, and it's just in a more convenient spot. I can dump the flaps when I want. It's just really handy. So that's been a game changer. That's made everything really nice.
Better. If you have ever flown an S7 and you got to reach down and grab the flaps, it's terrible.
Yeah, you don't want to be leaning forward in your seat to be grabbing the flaps when you're trying to flare and you've got the nose high and you want to be back in your seat. So you can just reach up right here and run your flaps.
I'll leave the info for that flap panel in the description if you guys have an S7 and need a flap panel, want to change it.
Yeah.
And other than that, what else?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Stock 100 horse. I got a tuned exhaust on it. Other than that, it's a right out of the box 912 ULS carbureted engine. Nothing fancy there.
And it is a short tail.
Short tail.
Yep.
96 model Rans S7.
Yeah. And it kicks ass. I'm really excited. He said he's going to let me fly it if I put my prop on it, which I don't blame him. I would.
With your record, yeah.
Yeah. No, well, yay. I think you got me beat on the record.
We won't talk about that.
We don't need to talk about Joel. I would love to do an interview with Joel one of these days. He's got so many cool stories. He's definitely one of those guys that have, I don't know. I mean, you push the limits and it makes you a pilot who you are.
Yeah, yeah. Came out of price, but
yeah,
it's all worth it in the end.
Yeah. So we'll get into that another time. So right now he's gonna go up, test that prop, land. We're gonna swap this over and see what the difference is, because we're really curious. All the difference in this to that is a shorter blade, and he's got them pitched right now for 6,000 RPM, because he used this one in Pinedale and he took second place, and then he used that one in Tennessee.
Yeah, this is an 80-inch diameter prop, so
and I think
it's big prop.
I think this one's 72.
75, I thought, wasn't it?
I think it's
72.
72.
Okay. Yeah, so it's quite a bit smaller.
So it'll be interesting though to see which one, see what it is. So right here is where we kind of practice our stall landings and takeoffs. The big thing though is just to see if the longer version of the E-prop is better than the short one, and then I get to jump in Joel's plane and go fly it. It's going to be the most powerful airplane per weight ratio that I've ever flown, so pretty excited. If you've ever changed a prop, it's kind of a pain, but with these, the actual, I guess, lug is embedded in the carbon, so all you have to do is take off the back nut, and it makes it just a breeze to install.
Just that spacer probably weighs as much as the whole prop that you remove.
Usually you have a big ass aluminum spacer.
The hardest thing is not losing the nuts in the bottom of the cowl.
It's been the problem with me all my life.
Oh yeah, because it's got the
You have a swag elbow?
Yep.
You know what swag stands for, right?
Swag?
You don't know what swag stands for? Scientific wild ass guess.
It's the swag method of torque.
Yeah, most mechanics are pretty good at it.
You really want to keep these on if you're sitting outside all day.
So they come with these nice condoms.
It's for safe flying.
You ready?
Yep.
All right. So you'll just, if you want to do a couple just to see if you can tell a difference. What's the consensus?
Doesn't pull near as hard.
Oh, really?
Oh,
You can totally tell.
I can totally tell.
Oh.
But I'm only getting 58 on takeoff too, so I'm not getting the full RPM. Also,
really?
but it definitely doesn't pull as hard.
I thought we had this one pitched
It's not
for
pulling it.
6,000. But you had it at 6,000 for
That was it.
Pinedale.
That's at 7,000 feet field elevation,
And it was like,
9,800 density.
yeah,
altitude.
that's true.
Worked out that way, but the air was probably so thin that it was RPMs were up, wasn't pulling it down any.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's not getting it today.
Oh, dang it.
It doesn't do bad. I mean, I could tell it doesn't pull as hard, but it still does pretty good.
It's close.
It's close.
I was really kind of hoping mine was gonna be like, like close, you know? Like I was like,
It's good, but it ain't close.
do you think if I took some pitch out, it would be closer?
It might.
Might be. All right, well,
Still does good.
I'm gonna go fly it, and I'm excited. So here we go. The thing that Joel did do with this plane is he made his own seat, and it's literally formed to his back and his butt, and it works for me too. It feels like it just sucks you in. Oh, I'm a little nervous.
Somebody else's airplane.
Someone else's airplane. I've done it. I did it with yours.
I know.
Climbing out at 60.
Keep it at 40 on final.
40 on final.
Yeah, keep it at 40. You'll be fine. You'll feel it. Just don't keep the nose down. Just don't get crazy. The first notch, because it's still a lot of flaps.
Yeah. Okay.
You gotta use a lot of power with that second notch.
Okay.
So don't
know.
worry about it. Keep the throttle on if you got that full flaps.
On takeoff, just keep it
Just one notch.
where it's at, or
No, you can go one notch.
I can go one.
Yeah, go one notch.
Okay.
That's it. Nothing to it.
All right, prop clear, master's on, throttle's back.
I'm clear.
Mags are on. Prop clear. Screw up my prop. this one's my prop. So I don't screw up my prop. Or your plane. I won't. Here we go.
There we go. Let's put the... Close the door. All right, let's get familiar with this panel. I learned in an S7. Joel taught me in his airplane. So, but it's been a while since I've flown that. That was good. Almost 10 years ago. Got a Blackfoot traffic radio check. On the south side, we'll be doing a left hand pattern. Lander back here. All right, here we go. Whoa, holy shit. Whoa. Holy crap. That's amazing. It literally levitates. Flaps off. Oh wow, this thing flies so good. I miss having a like this. It's just so cool. Oh my god, this thing is so sweet. Definitely takes more power with more flaps. Wow. Wow. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh. Oh, yes, baby.
Talk about an airplane. Just the controllability. It felt like, man, it kept floating up. I cannot believe. I'm looking down the airspeed, it's showing 20 miles an hour, and it still wants to fly, and I'm like, oh gosh, you spoiled me with this.
Imagine if you had a couple hundred hours in it, what you could do with it.
I know, exactly. It's amazing how it levitates.
Justin started his roll, there was basically nothing.
Whoa!
And Joel was off the ground
All right.
before
Sub
the
50 feet?
Woo! Alright, I think that concludes the video. Thank you, Joel, for letting us use your plane, testing out the E-props. You guys know that the longer E-prop obviously does the better test, so if you're looking for STOL, get that one. It really is a prop that's not common in this area. We're the only ones that we know of that have been using it. Thought we'd give them a little love and show how great they are. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Woo! That was awesome! Oh my god, this thing flies so good.
Skin trail.
Super.
Natural, look at that.
That is,
something that used to look like that probably 2 hours ago.
God, that is
Spread out.
That is super weird. Wow. I have never seen that before.
That's what it is. It's just spread out. That's
I like the 22. You're not looking at the 22?
Hell no.
Ray.
If I had, well, see the way I look at it, I'm
Dirty old
75,
bugger.
so I could have 3 22s, or 2 35s, or a 40 and a 30, or a 20 and a 50.
Dirty dog.
There's options.
Dirty
As you
dog.
get older, you have more options.